Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. And welcome to my series, You Know What Ticks Me Off. This is the series where I point out the things that really ticks me off. From the internet to reality, games, movies, everyday stuff, etc, etc. From the really small things to the really big things. Some of you guys may get it, and some of you may not get it, as to why I make segments of the subject that I'm talking about. And these are segments that matters to me. Some of you might find them pointless, some of you might find them interesting. But if there's a certain thing in real life or on the internet or any books or games or etc that you want my thoughts on, and if that certain subject really ticks me off, I just might make a segment about it. So without further ado, let's resume with the video. You know what really ticks me off? When the fans rage fit and demand the creator of the story to end the story the way they want. Now, what am I saying? What am I talking about? You guys have either experienced this, or you guys know somebody who has done this, or maybe you're one of those people who has done this. Okay, let me ask you guys something. I want you guys to think of a story that you love. It could be a comic book, a manga, a movie, a series, a game, or whatever. And you are totally invested in the story. And you've been with the story and these characters for ages and ages and ages. And you absolutely love it. Now, let me ask you guys something. Has there ever been a point in the series or game or movie in the story that you wished that the character got with somebody, or you wished the character would die, or you wished the character would live, or you wished that things ended differently between two characters, like some sort of misunderstanding happened, and then years later they find out it was just a misunderstanding, or if the main character dies at the end, or any character for that matter, or the main character or some other character got with somebody that you didn't like? Have you guys ever felt this way in a story, that you wished things happened differently with the characters or with the story? And like I said, it can be any sort of story, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about at this point. Now let's just say, for example, that this ongoing story ended, and the creator of the story ended it the way he wanted it, and he was happy of what he did with it. But let's just say, for example, that you didn't like the way the story ended, or maybe it was during the story that you didn't like a certain thing, or you didn't like one of your favorite characters died, or one of your favorite characters got together with somebody that you really didn't like, or maybe the creator was writing your favorite character to look bad and you didn't like it, or maybe one of your favorite characters was fighting another character from a different series and your favorite character lost in a fight. Now tell me something, how would you feel? You would probably feel disappointed that the story didn't go your way, or your favorite character lost, or your favorite character got with somebody that you didn't like, or it ended differently with other characters. You know, stuff like that. And you know what? Yes, I have felt that way with some stories. There was characters I wish that lived, there was characters that I wish got with somebody else, there was characters that I wish that would just die, and there was sometimes I wish I knew what the hell happened to a certain character. Like, for example, the story just left a certain character ambiguous, but you want to know what happened to that character after the story. You guys get it, you guys know what I'm trying to say. And like I said, I have came across loads of stories, and there was things that I didn't like about it, or there was things that got me frustrated. There was times when I wished a character got with somebody, but it didn't end the way I wanted it to. And even though it was frustrating for the story to not end the way I wanted it to, I still enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed the story. And that's what counts in the end. The creator of the story made it the way he wanted it without anybody else telling him how to do it. And you know what? That I can respect. And even though there were times I didn't like certain parts that got me frustrated, like somebody didn't end up with somebody, or my favorite character lost in a fight, or whatever, the main point is that it's up to the creator of the story of what he wants to do. Even if the story frustrates you, it is entirely, completely up to the creator of the story of what he wants to do. But you guys know what's coming up, and I'm just going to say it. Now, even though the creator of the story ended the story the way he wanted it, you are going to get those fans who is going to be so angry and so pissed off and so frustrated because the story didn't go their way. And like I said before, you guys have probably seen these people on the internet, on any fandom. Let me give you guys an example. There's the King Kong vs Godzilla movie that's coming out, and there are people out there saying, if Godzilla doesn't win his fight against King Kong, then I'm not watching anything else that this studio makes. Or, here's another example. The Bleach series ended around 4 or 5 years ago, and, spoilers, at the end of the story, the creator of this series, Kubo, made Ichigo Kurosaki and Orihime hook up, and there was a lot of people who didn't like this. People wanted Rukia and Ichigo to get together, and because this happened, there was fans out there that was burning their manga, all because that their favorite characters didn't get together. Wow, just wow. Or here's another example. There's this fan manga called Dragon Ball Multiverse. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of what Dragon Ball Multiverse is. You guys are going to have to go and read the manga in order to find out what the hell's going on. But in this certain fandom, there are two camps. One who hates Sombra and the other who likes Sombra. Okay, basically, there are fans who really hate Sombra and they call her a Mary Sue and saying that she's mean and so on and so on. I'm not going to explain it here. Anyways, she gets taken over by Bobbity and she kills everybody, and in her childhood she destroyed a planet and she only cared that she got stronger, etc, etc. Like I said, it's a very, very confusing thing. If I was to go into detail, I would be here all day. So this is what I want you guys to do. Go and read the manga and you'll know what's going on. So anyways, basically, there are people who really, really hates this character, Sombra. And there are people out there who says, oh, I want her to die, or oh, she should get punished, or oh, she doesn't care, or oh, she's a Mary Sue. There are people who really, really hate this character. And when the creator of this series writes about Vegito, which is Sombra's father, whenever Vegito does something bad, they go, oh, look at that, they're making Vegito look bad. They're making my favourite character look bad, just for us to feel sorry for this character. Anyways, nearing the end of this particular saga, within Dragon Ball Multiverse, the manga, Sombra got out of the control of Bobbity, and when Vegeta was about to kill her, he was stopped by Gast, and everybody made a few speeches saying that, oh, you shouldn't kill your daughter, or she's not under the control of Bobbity, and she can't lose control anymore, and all the characters was in an agreement that Vegito should leave Sombra alone. And then Vegito says, what happens if she goes Super Saiyan 3? What then? And Gas said, we'll have to wait and see. And then after that, after fandom went absolutely ballistic. There was fans saying, how could she not be punished? How could she not be punished? So she's going to get off scot-free, is she? How can they do this? How could they let Sombra off so easily? I mean, you guys should have seen the comments. Hell, even one of the moderators on the Dragon Ball Multiverse website even said that he's quitting because Sombra didn't get punished for what she did. And there was other people saying that they are leaving and not coming back after 10 years, all because Sombra didn't get punished for what she did. I mean, come on, for a moderator to quit, all because he didn't get the outcome that he wanted, is just ridiculous. And for people to leave and never come back to this series, all because Sombra didn't get punished, is also ridiculous. Now here's the thing, there are people who actually hate this character, even from day one, after fandom was saying that she's a Mary Sue and oh she's mean and so on and so on. These are probably the same guys who hated her from day one, and loads of people were talking about this, Blackscape, myself included, and hilarious. I just find it funny that the fact that people hate Sombra so much and she didn't get punished that they just left. And you guys have probably got the idea of what I'm trying to say here. I hate the fact that some fans feel like they're entitled for the creator of the series to make it the way that the fans want it. And like I said, it could be movies, games, comics, manga, etc, etc. I hate how spoilt the fandoms can be. That some fans want the characters to be a certain way, or they want the story to be in a certain way. And if they don't get it, they throw a tantrum. And these fans go from making mean comments on the internet or making death threats to creators because they didn't like how the story was progressing or how it ended. I also made something similar with the Godzilla fanbase. It was called Dear Poisonous Godzilla Fans. Stop. Just stop. Please go and check that video out. It's something similar to what I'm talking about here. But in that video, I talk about the film Misery. And it's about a fan who meets her favourite author. And you know what? I think I'll let you guys hear it. Or what happens in that video. Here you go. Have you guys ever seen the film Misery? If you haven't, I highly recommend you guys go and watch it. I'll just give you guys a summary. It's about this novelist who gets hurt in a car accident, and a woman found him, and she takes him back to her cabin, and she finds out that he is her favourite novelist, and he stays a few nights with her, and she goes looking through his things, and she finds the final book of what he wants to print, and she finds out that one of her characters is going to die, and she goes completely nuts, saying, I don't want her to die, I don't want her to die, and she breaks his legs and tells him to rewrite the story so she will get the result that she wants, and she burns the book he was working on. All of his hard work all disappeared. All of the story that he loved and put all of his passion into was all gone thanks to this crazy woman. It was the story that he created. It was his passion that went into the story, and he loved making this story. But thanks to this crazy obsessed fan, all of it was gone, and he had to rewrite it just to make somebody else happy. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if there were fans like this in real life that would chase down their favourite author and make them tell a story that'll satisfy them. And you know what? There has been fans out there who has been sending death threats to writers, producers, directors, and creators of shows they like. Death threats, harassment, stalking, you know, you guys get. And you know what? The main point is, we shouldn't be angry at the creator of what he wants to do with the story. If the creator of the story wanted a certain character to win, then he should be allowed to. If the creator wants a character to end up with somebody that you guys don't like, then he should be allowed to. Only because the creator of the story made it in a way that he wanted it, and you guys didn't like, doesn't mean you should rage fit. It is up to the creator of what he wants to do with the story. And guys, believe me, I have been there. I have been in that place where I didn't like a certain character. Either they died, or they lived, or they got together with somebody I didn't like, or got together with somebody that person didn't deserve, or the story was crap. There was characters I wish would have died, there was characters that I wish that had lived. Trust me, I have been there. But again, it's not up to me of what should happen with the story or the characters. It is up to the storyteller of what they want to do, not what you guys want. And we should respect that. And also, if you guys don't like how a story ended or how the story progressed, just create your own story, like your very own continuation on how you guys wanted it to end. And I've actually seen people do this. Like for example, I made a story, a fan-made story of what happened to Azula after a Smoking Shadow, and on Blackscape's channel, he showed us that somebody actually made a little story where Sombra gets taken to prison. And that's what you guys should do. Create your own alternative ending, or alternative and how you want the stories to progress. And not throw a hissy fit because you didn't get the results you wanted. And if you don't like the story, how it's progressed, then just drop it and find something else to entertain yourselves. And we should respect the creators or storytellers' choice of what they want to do, regardless of what you guys feel. So yeah, that's me done. What do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Have you guys experienced or know somebody who's gone through this before? Please let me know in the comment section below and let's get a discussion going. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the bell on, share this video, and leave a comment in the comment sections below. And as for my social medias, I'm literally freaking everywhere! I'm on most video platforms, social medias, forums, and support sites. It's best to pause the video and see where I am. Literally all of this is down in the description box below. So if you want to go and check those out, please do. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.